What's up, guys? How y'all doing? For some of you that aren't members, you won't be able to chat right now. It's a members only chat, but you guys can all watch this, so it's cool. I don't want to take any info away from anybody, so everybody can see this. But the chat box itself, the live chat, is for members only for this one show, which is going to last until 2:45. So I'm waiting for somebody that's a member to actually chat something. That way I know it's working. But it should only work for members. Those that aren't members won't be able to tell me that it's not working because you can't chat. There goes Trooper. All right. What's up, Troop? How's my volume level? Is it all right, guys? I try to turn the gain down a little and put the mic closer so hopefully the AC don't come up too loud. Miguel, what's up, Miguel? New member. Thank you for joining, Miguel. Oh, I gotta shrink that font a little because now Miguel's name is sticking out a little past the thing. All right. Next, the next show is gonna be 15 minutes after this one ends, so that'll be for everybody. It won't be. I'll keep the size on that one, but the next time I go live on the next day, I'll change that. Miguel, go ahead and type something in the chat. Say hello. I just want to make sure it's working right. There we go. All right, it does work. You're welcome, Miguel. And thank you for joining the channel. If most of the members are not available to come online, this might be a show where I don't answer too many Q&As. I might just have to do something. I posted it in the Facebook group like 15 minutes ago. And it's now in the Telegram group too, so Kiko, what's up, Kiko? Kiko, I thought you were a member already. Well, thank you for joining the channel, Kiko. I hear it, but again, I don't see it. And I logged out and everything. It's very annoying that it doesn't pop in still. Yeah, members is there. I don't know, it's weird. I will have to figure that out still. No, you're good, Kiko. It is not mandatory to become a member. But what I do is, once a month, I'll do a members only live chat so that, you know, the chat doesn't get filled with other people's questions, and you guys that help support the channel by being members get to ask your questions. That's basically what this is for. What's up, Sandy? What's up, Storm? Huh, so Streamlabs said Gary sponsored, but it didn't say Kiko did. Streamlabs is weird. I still gotta mess with this a little more. But yeah, like the whole chat should only be people that have little SB boxes, because that's one of the member perks, is to get that little logo next to your name. And the logos change color based on the time you've been a member when you chat. So like Gary just signed up, his is gray. Storms is red. I think red is like between 3 and 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. Sandy's is purple. I don't remember the exact numbers for that. I just know gold is like 2 years. If you have a gold one, you've been a member for 2 years. That's like super OG status. What's up, Carl? That's true, Storm. So I also learned that it's not showing members popping up on the screen either with the alert box. So that is weird. It was members and donors. If you donate the regular way through Streamlabs, for some reason that's not popping up either. I've been trying to find some research on that online. All I got was log out, log back in, make sure that the boxes are on. I just logged out and logged back in before this show started, so apparently that didn't fix it. So I'm going to have to reach out to Streamlabs and see if they have an answer for me. Miguel, thank you for the kind words too. Appreciate that. How many people we got in here? 41. So the members only, I mean, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I made this so that only members can use the chat. Everybody could watch this. So this could be as packed as a regular show without a problem. Could have 100-something people in here, 200 people, whatever. It wouldn't be a big deal. They'd all be able to watch. It's just they can't chat unless you're a member. So it frees up the box for you members to ask your questions. Trooper said I must be 24K Gold. Trooper, I think I don't see a thing next to your name, so I don't think you're a member. But you're able to chat because you're a mod. So mods can always chat. That's what it is. Keeps the trolls away. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I kind of like it, not really because keeping the trolls away, just so that the guys that, you know, are members get like their own little support session, their own Q&A session once a month, where if they're having issues or need to ask me a question, their questions come front and center in this show. So generally, it'll be the last Saturday of every month, but I didn't get to go on yesterday, so I'm doing it today since it's about to be the end of the month. But definitely like the last Saturday or Sunday of every month, but I usually do Saturday morning shows, so I would make the first hour of my Saturday morning show on the last Saturday of the month be the Q&A for members, and then after that I'll end that show and start a live show for everybody and go from there. Good morning, Sean. So you members that are in here, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them and I will answer them. If not, while you think of any or have any, I will switch into the in-game mode right now, which really isn't in-game mode. It's just, that's what I call it on my software. We're going to go into the shield. I'm going to open up SPMC because I haven't opened it for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. Let's see if there's any updates. I heard Gaia had an update. I don't know if I signed in since Gaia's update. If not, it should update now. So I got my mini Gaia build going. The wizard is clearing out my stuff. And apparently I'm having a failure to Gaia updates. So it failed. What does that mean? Sandy asked me which service would be best to invest in to get the UFC fights. My personal favorite is Easy TV because of the price point not being crazy high. The reliability is good. And then it's always good to have a backup if you are trying to get to watch live fights just in case. And for that, I'd go with Varo. I tell you guys a lot all the time, like, just get a backup. Varo is very, very cheap. You can get it for a year for like $36 if you just want US and Canada channels. It's like $54, I think, if you want premium with all international channels as well. A lot of things people don't realize is that the premium, you need the premium to get UK channels, right? And the UK also broadcasts UFC, so you will get a few extra links for fights and things like that if you have the premium. However, you still get the fights with just US Canada. You just won't get the UK links, which is BT Sports 2 and stuff like that. Won't show up. All right. So I would do that. That's my personal preference. Kiko, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, my man. See, that shows up right there on the screen, but the other ones are not showing up. So it drives me kind of bonkers because clearly it's pulling it in. I don't get it. But I'm going to reach out to Streamlabs support and see if they can help me with that. But yeah, I would check out Easy, Sandy, and if you want to back up, grab Varo, and you can get that from anybody who's authorized in the Supreme Builds Facebook group, or really easily if you join the Telegram group and just ask somebody in there. It's a real easy way to get it. What's up, Sean? So I had the Gaia update issue here, right? Now that I answered that question. Good morning, Benny. Oh, you're in there already. All right, so you can, if you look at the pinned message in the Supreme Builds Telegram chat, it has the authorized people in there that you can message at the bottom, or in the Facebook group. Just make a post that says who's authorized, and somebody will answer with all the authorized people. But easy enough. Or you can search authorized. Just search authorized. Authorized is pretty much all you need in the Facebook group, and you'll see a post for it. I've made one a few times. Other people have. So my Gaia failed to update. I'm going to go check out system add-ons under here. My add-ons. Video add-ons. Here's Gaia. It says update available. Hold down your button in the center, or if you're using a controller, press X. I'm going to hit information. Let's click on update. Version 5.1.1. I have version 5.0. I'm going to try to update it again. Let's see if it works. Yeah, I haven't turned it on in a while, Carl. There you go. It's starting to update now. I don't know why it failed in the beginning. Maybe because the wizard was running. It's probably going to work now. There you go. Gaia add-on updated. So if you're using a remote, a controller, press X. If not, just hold down your center button on your remote, the circle button. Go back to information, and you'll see it's at 5.1.1. And once you do that, we can go back to the home screen, go over to Gaia, click on it, initializing new providers. So is a provider update. Gary, thank you for the super chat. It is greatly appreciated. Benny, I think I thanked you for joining the channel, but if I didn't, I don't want to miss you. Thank you for joining the channel. Alright, so it didn't tell me anything about the update other than that it added new providers. So alright, I guess that's what it was for. Yeah, I think it also was supposed to fix some real debrid issues. So let's just check it out real quick. I'm going to go into the add-on. And I'm going to go to movie. No, let's go to shows. I go to shows. Lists. And currently trending. Sorry, my camera's blocking the bottom there. Oh, you got the recontroller. Which one did you get, Kiko? Did you get the i8 Plus, like this one, or the Air Mouse one, the RX or MX3? The MX3, okay, yeah. Nice and cheap too, and easy to use. Pairs right up. Alright, so I don't know, I'm gonna click on something I don't normally click on. Let's go to, I don't know, The Handmaid's Tale, right? Let's just take a look. That is a Hulu series, so you can't grab them off TV. It means somebody has to upload them. And guys, if you ever see season 0, that means there's like specials. It could be a pilot or some kind of special episode. I'm gonna go to season 1 because I've never actually watched this show. The old lady is reading the book now, and probably gonna watch the show, but alright, so let's check out the first one and see what kind of links we get with all my subs in. I still haven't added my easy news. I can try to do that live too. Problem is, it shows my password and doesn't hide it, which is very annoying. I should have did that before I started the show, but it's alright. I bet you do, Storm. So it looks like some providers were having issues there because it's taken a while to give anything. I still have no cache on this, but remember, it's a Hulu show, so it's definitely going a little slower than usual. It's probably having trouble with a provider or two and was trying its best to find some streams. Only got 7 so far. Alright, we're up to 13, 17. And we got 7 cached. Yes! Alright, so one of those providers had some cache for it, at least. What's up, Walter? So it really didn't get a lot of links. Remember, I have all free links turned off, though. It's only using Premiumize and Real Debrid. So it found 26. 17 were duplicates. So that's interesting. DT, good afternoon, DT. All right. So what do we got for cached? We have a 1080, another one, another one. That's plenty. It's 3 cached. Ended up with 3 cache links. The others were duplicates, so it got rid of them. Because I think it said 7 by the time I got to the end. Yeah, cache is preferred because cache would start right away. So if you don't have a cached link, alright, if you search for something and it just shows Debrid, alright, it's telling you that it's on the grid and you can get it on either one of the services you want. So I'll show you something real quick. Let's just say this is when you need to get something, you're looking for seeds. If it's cached, the seeds don't matter. But if you're trying to get a show or a movie, you want the seeds. So here's 826 megabytes, 131 seeds. It looks like that's the most seeds for anything on this show. So if you want it quick, this is 720, but that's all right. You can click it, and because it's... Oh no, that is cached. Never mind. It's going to play. Sorry, when I got to 720, it was cached, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to cancel that. What's the most that's not cached? There's really not a lot, unfortunately, for this show to show you guys. But let's just say 32 seeds. So for 1080 on this, 35 seeds right here is the most. So if I click on this, this is also part of a pack. You see the pack sign right here on the left in blue? It's in the bottom, right under where it says torrent. That means it's finding that out of a whole season or of the show usually. So it's part of a pack of episodes. So I'm showing you this just in case you search for something that doesn't have a cached link. Alright, I'll use Premiumize because I find it's faster. I'd click it. It's going to process the download, waiting for it to start. So now, right now, since I chose Premiumize, or if I had chose Real to Brit, it would do the same thing. It's basically connecting its own servers to the torrent and downloading the torrent to its servers so that you are not torrenting. But you see how the download size is way bigger? It's because it was part of a pack. That episode itself was only like maybe 2 gigabytes, but this is 19.9. So it's trying to download, it's starting to get the seeds and downloading. I'll eventually cancel this. I just wanted to show you guys. As it picks up speed, it will reduce the time that it takes to get it. So you see it's 51 minutes now, 30 minutes. So it's actually going to get this pretty quick. Not fast enough for this show. But what would happen here is it would download this, all right, and then you could watch it. So preferably if you're going to download, you don't want a pack because you got to wait for the whole pack to download before it can extract it itself and then just play your episode. If it just had the episode and it wasn't part of a pack, it would reach a certain point where the download will finish and then you're able to start, it'll just start streaming it to you right here. So that's what happens if you don't have any cached links, but there are torrents available. You don't torrent at all, it just does this for you. And this is actually speeding up pretty nicely. I also have an option here if I wanted to, where I could press B to go back, or press your back button on your remote, and it gives you options. Continue download in the foreground, which means it would still show in the front, continue downloading in the background, or remove and delete the file. So I'm going to tell it to continue the no, if I do that, it's going to want to start playing when it's done. But what this will do is once it's downloaded, it's now on their server, and somebody else is going to search and find that link. So that will be cached for the next person once it's done, which is nice. You're basically helping the rest of the community be able to watch that cache because you downloaded it. So for the sake of time, I'm going to delete this download because there are already cache links. So, but that's how that works, guys. So the reason cached is preferable, since Sandy's question was, is that like this is cached, right? I can just click it, and let me make sure I don't have any volume on here. I can just choose. I have both services. If you only have one, you won't really be able to choose. You'll just click it. But I'll choose Premiumize, and all it does eventually it should start playing, unless it has a problem connecting to the stream for some reason. But essentially you don't have to wait for the download. This one is taking a while. I'm going to hit cancel. Oh, of course, now it plays. So I will pause that. On here, no, it's not Y. No. Over here, look, I'm blocking this. I'm going to have to move myself. No, not the whole thing. Hold on. Undo, move that. I need my, this one. Sorry, I need to move that. I have the previews in the corner there. So I'm going to go down. Whoops. I'm trying to get it to stop. I don't use this skin, but normally with this down here, you should eventually... There we go. Can hit stop. And that should stop the playing in the background. So I think for the sake of this, I'm going to move myself because I don't have my green screen up. I'm going to move myself over here because this particular menu system is more conducive to me being on this side so that I don't block the stuff on the side here. I'll leave the little YouTube counter over there though. Let's do... Let me go into the tools and I'll show you guys, if you've set up your Gaia already and you don't have a premium account and then you add one, alright, you would go to accounts and click on it. And you see the check mark next to premiumize. That's weird. No, it's not that. That's just the logo, I guess. It's weird. It should... Because I have Real Debrid enabled also. I guess the circle. It's breaking the lock. That's strange. So you can go to settings from there and go down to accounts. And let's do... I'm going to try to do Easy News Enable. It wants my username. Right? And the thing about this is I'm going to use my Re controller. Oh, I'm not connected. So that doesn't help me any. Hang on. Let's see if this remote will work, because I did pair this the other day. Yep, okay. And then I believe I would have to hit enter. Yep. But the problem here, I believe, let me just try this, is if I do something like this. Oh no, it's not showing it. But then if I hit enter, okay, it doesn't show it. Sweet. I can do it here. When you try to do it in the main setup, it shows it. That is so weird. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm not used to using this controller. I believe I have to do that. No, that. Okay. I think that's right. And then let's go over to OK. And then let's look at verification. Whoops, sorry. I did that too fast. Hang on, cancel. I'm going to go to verification. Okay, Easy News is now operational. So for some reason my tract failed on me. But my Real Debrid is operational, my Premiumize, and my Easy News. So perfect. So now I've added Easy News. So once you're done, you can just hit cancel. And that is in now. So let's take that, and I'll show you guys how the Easy News adds to your Gaia. We'll go to movies for this. And lists. Currently trending. And let's do something like I don't know. I haven't watched many movies lately. Well, let's just take something from the first page at least. Let's do Interstellar. And you see where it says Usenet? That's where I'll get something from Easy News. So let's see if it finds one. Didn't find me any. So it might, even though it says it's verified, I would have a feeling that it has one. But it did give me a ton of links anyway. I'm going to close Gaia and open it again. But ton of links. All right, let's back out of this. And let's go to power. Quit. And then let's go back in. What's up, Shine? Alright, so let's go. Oh, let's try shows or something. Let's see if it works. Right now, Shine, this is like a members only chat, so you guys that are members of the channel can ask any questions you want. And aside from that, I just added my Easy News into Gaia so I could show you guys how it integrates for streaming. I did do the Easy News downloading video, so let's do something like this. I know it's gotta have it. So if it's not showing up here, then oh, that's why. Tracked server problems. Temporary server problems. So that's why the tracked was coming in messed up. So let's just grab like the first episode of the last season. And now let's see if it pulls my Usenet or not. I might have to do something else to get that active. Okay, it's not giving me any. So what seems to be the problem there? Oh, it is there. I don't know. Look at all these easy news. I don't know why. Those are direct. You see how it says direct? I don't know why it's not showing up. I guess it's just showing under premium. It should have shown up under the news group section, but so I can literally just hit this and this is H.265, so it's smaller. Mr. T, thank you for subscribing. If I missed you earlier. And there it goes. So that's it. It does show up, but for whatever reason, it just comes up under premium. It used to, on an older version of Gaia, show up under news groups there. So the Gaia update's working. Everything's working. Let's take something from the main screen. Oh, Old, the Lion King, right? Let's make sure it still works from the oh no, it's not. Anyone can join Shine and watch, but just members can chat. People that aren't members, the chat box, it won't work for them right now. So it appears that I don't get an easy news for this. I just get premiumized and real debrid. But there's plenty that's, where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, well, I don't have to count. They're next to me. 9 cache 1080s. 720s. Oh, no, there is easy news direct in 720. So there's just not a 1080. So you see, it took a second last time because it was an H.265. I'll explain that to you, right? You see how this says H.264? When I clicked Easy News for the H.265 in the last, in the Game of Thrones episode, H.265 does a lot more on the server side to prepare that stream to send, so it takes a little longer. If I do something direct like this, and I just hit it, this is a larger file, but it will start faster. So that's an ugly stream with that. I don't know why anyone would have. Oh, this is probably the new one. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, I don't need to go back to loading screens. Let's try like something like Hellboy. Oh yeah, there's 2 Lion Kings. So that might have been the new one. Nah, Easy News never I have literally never had a buffer on an Easy News stream at all. Not one single buffer. That's kind of what's so cool about it. Their servers are just so fast. Alright, Gary, take care. Wayne, thank you for the tip. I don't know why the tips won't show on screen, but I see you there in the chat. It says you tip. Thank you very much. I can hear it, but it doesn't show up. So it's kind of a pain. I don't know why, but I appreciate the tip, Wayne. Thank you. Alright, so Easy News has directs here. So that you see H.265 is almost always, you know, well, 4K is almost always H.265. You see the size of these files, all right? So let's just take this, the largest one, right, that Easy News has, which is 63.7. That's 8-channel audio, 4K, and I'm just going to click it. And we're going to see how long it takes to load a 63.7 meg file off Easy News. Or it'll crash. Nope, it's going to go. There it goes. I thought it, because it took me back to the main screen. And I believe I paused it, but I don't know. Let's see, why? No, that goes back. Why again? No, what am I doing? I was trying to bring up the on-screen controls. Nope, B took me out of it. I don't know what the proper button is on the controller, and my every skin is different, so let's just hit Aquaman then. But if you have Easy News, you see it'll show up on top for each resolution, whether it's 4K, 1080, if there's a link for it. So it's about to be 2:30. At 2:30 I'll stop doing this, and if you guys have questions that are in here that are members, can ask them. I'll answer those questions for 15 minutes, and then you know, I'll come back in here if one of those questions involves me showing you something in here. But otherwise, I'll answer any questions you have. I can go online and look up something for you, answer questions about APKs or Gaia or whatever. Let's let it finish that. I don't know, unfortunately, what the proper button is to pull up on-screen controls. I may have to adjust that in the skin settings. So we have a direct right here, 4K, right? 57 megs. I'm gonna hit it. Make sure my volume's off. I don't think it's any of the normal buttons, which is the weird thing. I know A pauses it. I'm looking for the on-screen controls for like being able to get into settings of the video. Like let's say I wanted to do a subtitle, or I want to see play, pause settings. And I'm trying to do it with the Shield controller. No, but I want to see like the bar. You know what I mean, Shine? Where you can see it on the screen. Every skin is different, so. Oh, you couldn't find it either. All right, so maybe that's something we'll look at real quick. It's got to be there because this is a version of Aeon Nox, and I know Aeon Nox has it. I'm just going to cancel this because it doesn't like me right now. There we go. Cancel. Okay. Let's go into the skin settings. So system, skin. And we're going to look at video on screen display. So, use pause label. Oh, nice. Thank you. You can replace default with Netflix style. Okay. Show plot and cast when pressing info during video playback. That could be kind of annoying. Time remaining label could be on there. Hide player control buttons. See, that was off, so it should have shown them to me. Crispy, thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Let's see. Well, enable Netflix style pause screen after 5 seconds. That's weird. Let's try this. I don't want to hide the artwork, so let's try this and see what happens. So we'll go back to Gaia. I'll just pick something. Actually, let's go to my favorites. And we'll take, I don't know. I'm Forrest Gump. People like to call me Forrest Gump. Hopefully that's the answer right there, Shine, so you can get your on-screen. It should work when you hit pause. Run, Forrest, run. Jenny. I was running. Alright, so here's another Easy News 4K, right? This one's 8 channel, this one's 6 channel. So those are your two Easy Newses, they're both in 4K. I'll take the 6 channel. I'll press play, let's see if it connects, and then I can maybe get a pause screen with controls. 'Cause that would be nice. Crispy, thank you for the super chat, greatly appreciate it. Alright, so it did not want to connect direct to that. Oh, it says it's dubbed in German though. You gotta pay attention to that. You see, just to my right there, just right over there, it's got I don't know if that's German. I could be wrong, but that's dubbed, and it's, I don't know what that flag is actually. So it's that language. If you go up here, that's going to be English, so that's good. Let's try that one instead. It does say dubbed up there too. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so it's starting, right? And if I press A, that jumps, so it's still not showing me controls on the screen. It's jumping around. If I press A again, it'll play from there. X? Yes, X does it on the remotes. Okay. So now you get this whole thing up here. Sweet. So what I wanted was info. No, not that info. What did I say? It was X, right? Yeah. I might have to go to settings. Nope, sorry. Or maybe it's this. Oh, taking a screenshot. Cool. Okay. I don't want to store that. Let's cancel that. Back out of that. X. I'm just going to go to settings. Alright, so that's this whole thing here. So let's see what it looks like without. There we go. So without the Netflix style, It shows you what it is, 4K, 16 by 9. All right, but where is my, okay, and I still get this. So that gave me the info that looks like that. Nice. I like this better. So this is what you get, this pause screen. So it's kind of cool, I guess, because it says you're watching. But if I want that info up top, I don't think I can get that. It just gives me this. I was trying to find that particular info there. That's for bookmarks, so we're going to back out of that. Whoops. That's sound. What is this? Video settings. So only here does it tell you at the top right there, 3840 by 2160. So you know at least that it's 4K. That would be subtitle. No subtitles are installed. So I would have to install subtitles here. Alright, but at least we know. That's how we do that. I'm going to quit out of here. Alright, let's go back to the solo. Benny, thank you for the super chat. It's greatly appreciated. It'll pop up in a second. At least it should. If you guys got any questions at all, feel free to ask them. There it goes. Got about another 6 minutes, so thank you, Crispy. Appreciate that. Shine says his always plays subtitles, no way to toggle them without keyboard. Alright, since there's not really many questions coming in, let me go back over here. And I'm gonna install some subtitles real quick in here. Got my car back a little while ago. It's running good, except I didn't go on yesterday because my front driver's side wheel bearing went bad. So I had to get that fixed. So that was done yesterday. That's why I'm on here now. But it's running good. I still have a slight wobble, like at slow speed when I'm not even in gear. But I'm going to go and make sure I don't have any bends in my rims. And I'm going to get the tires road force balanced. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Mr. Waterbear, thank you very much for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. And then if that doesn't fix it, it's just down to most likely the problem is that my suspension, one of the struts is bad in the rear, I would think. And going over small areas, it just doesn't rebound at the same rate. So it kind of just makes the car do this, like real slightly at slow speeds. It's awkward. So I got to get that fixed. I might need to get new suspension. The previous owner of my vehicle before I bought it really sucked. Let's just leave it at that, because everything I've had to replace from him has been a nightmare. Oh, that's weird, Shine. I don't know why you get subtitles automatically, because most people won't. But if you go to System Settings, I'll show you guys how to add services for it. So I believe it's going to be... I could be wrong. No, that's not. This is the wrong spot. If you want the weather, you can add it too. Okay. Service or weather information, you go to get more. And I usually just take Yahoo Weather, just in case you want it. Then you would go to Settings, Location 1. I will choose NYC. Done. Yep, thank you. Then say OK, and you now have weather. Mr. Waterbear, to answer your question, we did. Steven and I did have a really late night chess match once. It was probably about a month ago. He beat me more than I beat him, so he did well. But I plan to have another one as soon as I can. We gotta time that out. It was like 2:30 in the morning, and we just ran it on live. It was like a Hangouts chat. So he was victorious. I think I beat him once. We had a draw once, and he beat me like 2 or 3 times, somewhere in that vicinity. Yeah, Kiko, the tires are brand new and they're Michelin Pilot Sports, so it shouldn't be an issue. But I'm getting all that checked ASAP, and I want them road force balanced too, just to eliminate every possibility except for the suspension. But yeah, I really do think it's something in the suspension. I just got an alignment too because I had to replace the wheel bearing, so I needed an alignment for that. And it's still doing it. It's really light. It's not bad, but in a car with that much power, it's not cool. So but yeah, that's the next thing. I'm just getting it checked, getting it. If the wheels are not bent, then I'll get the tires road force balanced onto the wheels, put them back on, see how that goes, and then from there, I'll just have to save up some money for suspension because I want to get Olin's Road and Tracks, which are like retarded expensive. They're like $2,500, but they're the only coilovers that don't drop the car very much. It's like 20 millimeters is the recommended height, and the ride is just as good as stock. Most coils are ridiculously harsh, and if you've ever driven on New York City streets, you don't want really harsh coils. You just want a fast rebound so that you don't bottom out on something, which that will give and still give you some kind of decent over bump performance. So everything else does not, it's just too harsh and too low for New York City streets. I don't need to be cracking oil pans or any of that. So I'll have to save up, and when I get enough money, buy those. But I'd like to at least know that it's definitely the suspension, and then I'll replace bushings at the same time. And Benny, I'll answer that question in 1 second. So I showed you guys how to get weather. I am in the wrong place for, I believe it's system. I found it before, and I always forget where it is. It's not dependencies. I don't think it's interface either. No. Player. It might be in here. Yep, subtitles. So, in here, you're looking for download services. So languages to download subtitles for. So it's in player and then language. And you're going to pick, you can tell it to auto download the first subtitle. Maybe that's what you have set, Shine, and that's why it's doing it. But default for TV services, you go here, you go to get more because you don't have any. And you can choose from these. So open subtitles is great, but you need an account and you'd have to sign into that account. Subscene is usually decent. I'm going to put subscene. So install subscene. Default movie service. I can try subscene as well. But you can change those by going to get more. All right. And you can download a few. It doesn't hurt to have them because it will give you more possibilities of subs. Something just happened. Oh, Scott, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Scott is the newest subscriber. Thank you, Scott. Let's see. Let's try something like... Open really has the most, but you need an account for that. I don't know. Let's try legends.tv. Oh no, that's Legendas. So that's probably signmass.org. Can try that. Nope, failed to start common cache, check error. So apparently it needs that. So I'm gonna go back to subscene. No, I'll just get more. I'll take one other one. We can try addicted. I've seen that before online, so. All right, so that's how you would have some subs, right? And then let me answer the Nvidia question. Nobody knows exactly what the differences are 100%. The only thing was an FCC filing that showed that there was a new Tegra chip. It's either going to be an updated X1 like Kiko said, or it could end up branded as an X2. There's no real details on the chip. It's just got a different name in the FCC than the previous X1 as of right now. So that remains to be seen. But the good news about Nvidia chips is that the graphics processor is built in the chip. It's not separate. So it's kind of like a giant piece. And what that's going to give us the possibility of is having some crazy graphics. Now, my guess, all right, is that it's going to have a much better graphics engine. And the reason for that is twofold. I will show you that real quick. If I go here, all right, I will show you what I was showing you guys for the gaming, right, is, what is it, GeForce Now. You can see that they are doing a big update for the service. It's free beta. You can request beta access here, but if you have a Shield, you already have it. That's why all those games I was playing when I was showing you guys the other day, if you saw it, it's a few videos back, it's about gaming on the Shield, all those games are free. So you have it already. But what it tells you in here, all right, is ultra streaming mode. This mode increases the speed that GeForce Now streams games to your Mac, Windows PC, or Shield PC from 60 frames per second to 120 frames per second or higher, reducing latency. You're welcome. So I'm going to guess that that new processor is going to help with this. All right. Not that it wouldn't work on the current one. I assume it will, but getting up to 120 frames per second, even just even if another system is doing the processing, which it would be because it's cloud gaming, it still has to, the Shield has to receive it at 120. And if you have a 120 frame per second TV, 120 hertz TV, and you're in that mode, it has to be able to send it to that. So that's where the processor would come in handy. So I'm thinking it's something to do along those lines. Let's go back to this real quick now that I answered that. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to the Gaia, or I'll go to my favorites and I'll pick one I didn't do. We'll do Goodfellas. Click it. Now that I have some sub options in there. Can I make pasteles? Like, is that what you're asking me? Like the food? I love pasteles, but I don't know how to make them. I mean, I do know how, but I've never actually done it. I've seen them made plenty of times. Oh, pasteles is delicious. Alright, so let's try it now, right? I have some subs installed. And we'll go ahead and do... So there is no 1080 coming in from Easy News, apparently. We have... Oh no, we do. These are 4Ks. They don't have any 4Ks for this. So I'm going to go to the Easy News. This says Direct Special Blu-ray. 1080p, 6-channel rip from the Blu-ray. So I'm going to click that. Oh, he's asking you if you can. Alright, so we're in. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to press, it's X, right? Yep. And now I'm going to go up to the little box that looks like a text. Click on it. And I have my 3 here. Let's try addicted. Searching for subtitles. None found. Let's try subscene. None found. So they're not really working. Oh, that one needs an email or password. You can manually search if you had a, if you had a subtitle. But apparently subtitles are having issues because it's saying that it's not finding it. So, unfortunate, but that would be how you'd get them. If they don't show up automatically like it does to Shine. Alright guys, let me close out of here because I have to be back real soon at basically 7 minutes now because this one ran a little longer than I had planned to, and I'm going to do a live stream for everybody so everybody can chat in the next one, and that's going to be from 3 to 4, and then I have to work from 4 to midnight. My regular job tapped in from right here, so I'm connected to my job's VPN when I'm doing that, so I don't think streaming would work. Otherwise, I'd just sit here and hang out with you guys for 8 hours. I could try it if you want, but I don't know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first ever members only chat. And you guys that were just watching, I hope you found some interesting info in this video. We'll be back real soon. Might be a couple minutes past 3 because I got to reset a couple things, but it'll be real close to 3 o'clock, maybe 3:05, and I'll go, if I do start at 3:05, I'll go to 4:05 and tap into the job a few minutes late. But I'll be right back here. So you guys that are here watching, hang out. Give me 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll be right back. As always, stay supreme. Peace out. Members only. Thank you for joining. Everyone that super chatted, thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the for joining the channel, becoming members, and thank you for asking your questions and hanging out. I'll be right back. Peace.